In one of my videos, I was talking about stress and how it affected me. One thing I learned was you can't affect others, but you can affect yourself. I've made enough changes so that I don't need medication, and I suffer greatly on some days, but hey ho, that's life. Many people suffer far greatly than I do. And I wish they got the help that I've had in the last couple of years. And I mean it all. Those who deserve help should get it. Grant you, when I went for my PIP interview, I could virtually guarantee that 2/3 of the people in that interview did not warrant help. Yeah. If that refers to you, I mean you. Be honest. Can you work? Yeah, well, I have problems standing up for more than 20 minutes or so. So that's my spine. But we won't go into the rest. I could. I've got the records, I've got the receipts. But I didn't want to insult anybody, and I didn't want to go into my own past. It just irks me when so many people talking about wanting their own personal freedom, their own personal liberty, they're so willing to denigrate others. Why? Are you better than somebody else? You're not. There's no question about it. You are not any better than the person sitting next to you, no matter how much is in your wallet. Oh God, I sound slightly Christian there. Sorry. I don't like hypocrites, by the way. Sorry on that one. And yeah, I only apologise when I need to. I do wish more people would do the same. Which brings me right back to where I wanted to go to. I guess on this one I'm touching on religion. It's useful to a lot of people. Helps a lot of people. Hang on. And I wear an ankh. Do you know what that means? Do you know what the ankh means? It means literally the same as the Christian cross. You've got your 3 bits and the top bit, which relates to fertility. So, Christians, we beat you by 2,000 years. Well, I should say Tutankhamun's father did, because that's where the ankh comes from. Ankhenaten. Yeah. If I mispronounce that to any Egyptians who watch me right now, my apologies. My pronunciation is not always as good as it could be. But the guy was awesome. He came up with the idea of there is one God. You know, 2,000 years before Christianity, there is one God. Grant you, they did a bit like they did to Cromwell. As soon as the fellow died, they rewrote history and wrote him out. And don't ever get me started on Cromwell. But besides the obvious, like Batman and the Saints and Bugs Bunny and Madame Teresa, Mahatma Gandhi. I have few... Oh, Mehdi Hassan. I have few real heroes in life. But those I have, I truly value. Not for what they've actually contributed, but for the truth that they purport. Truth is incredibly lacking in our politics today. Mr. Starmer says one thing and he claims allowances that prove he's a blinking big fibber. Labour used to mean a working man, not someone who claims so much it takes him into the next tax bracket. And yeah, once or twice in my life, I've worked in a job that has taken me into the next tax bracket. I know what I'm talking about on that one. Yeah, bad gripe. Somebody pulled me up on something recently. So yeah, I research my stuff before I spout off like a spouty thing. Whether it's me narrating or spouting off like I do. I now make sure that everything I say is accurate. You know, if I'm spouting off about who we invest in and underinvest in, I do my research. We invest in war. We underinvest in the NHS. We watch old people die as they sit before small fires trying to stay warm. Mr. Starmer, I hope your allowance keeps you warm. And your wife likes her new dresses. Because you're not doing anything useful right now. You're giving the taxpayers' money to fund Ukraine and Israel. But you're not funding the NHS. You're wanting other people to do that for you. Personally, I think you're thieving. Personally, I think you're thieving taxpayers' money to send to Israel. Why do you want to kill people? Do you enjoy the news shots that they show of, of dying Palestinians and Hamas leaders being killed? Is that what you revel in? Because that's sick, if that's true. That's sick. Oh, I forget Ukraine, don't I? No, yeah. Ukraine, the last bastion of the West towards the East. We shouldn't be there. We have no right. Don't get me wrong, I would never defend Russia. But our involvement in Ukraine could easily provoke a third world war. Is that what you want, Mr. Starmer? I don't. I don't want my flesh to burn off before I'm due to actually die, according to whomever. Whether whomever is male, female, whatever. Someone will make a decision about my death, and I don't want it to be you, Mr. Starmer. I don't want you to have a third world war on my behalf, having paid for it as a taxpayer. We've paid for Ukraine's war. We paid for their missiles. We paid for Israel's war. Our pensioners are dying from lack of warmth. Do you have no compassion, Mr. Starmer? Because it doesn't seem so. You're not very nice, are you? You look after your own kind. You are one of the new Conservatives. Conserve. Active. Be active in looking after Conservatives. Conserve what you've got. Because that's what you sound like, Mr. Starmer. You're a new Conservative. You are what New Labour tried to be. And I despair of people like you. I truly do. I made the mistake of voting for the Labour Party last time around. Guess what, mate? I'll not vote for you again, personally. I will not. Repeat. I will not repeat. Not vote for Starmer ever again. And when your by-election comes up, vote them out. They don't care for you. Vote Labour out. At every election, by-election, whatever, vote them out. They don't care for you. What they've done in the last few months has shown this. They don't care for you. I made the mistake of voting for them. And while Starmer is in charge, I'll not vote for them ever again. He doesn't care for you. It leaves me with the question, I must admit, I don't know who I can vote for right now. But it will not be for Starmer and his company. They are the new Conservatives.